Okay. So annuity numerical, we are going to start. So the previous question was just a very small introduction to the chapter. It was Mr. Kumar invested rupees 6,000 every year for 8 years at 9% per annum for 6 years. Fine. Find the maturity value or the future value, whatever way you want to take it. Fine. I will take one more question, right on. Whose turn it is today? So I'll take Dhruvi's. Dhruvi invested or deposited rupees 1,500 every 6 months in a bank account offering 6% per annum rate of interest, comma, for 6 years.
So what is rate of interest?
6%. Find maturity value at the end of given time period. Also find the interest earned by her. Fine. Yes, Dhruvi. So how much money you are expecting? Any idea? It should be more than how much? It should be less than how much? It will be more than how much?
No, sir, I don't know. Actually, I wasn't there for yesterday's lecture, so
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. So, Manushi, can I have the informations, please? So first of all, I'll write down the formula. Fine. Future value or maturity value, which is equal to A 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 upon I. For the people who had not attended the lecture yesterday, for them I'm rewriting the formula where A is periodic payment. Fine. Now in this case, if you read the question carefully, it says no. Okay. Okay. This is at the end of every 6 months. She deposited rupees 1,500 every 6 months. So when I'm saying every 6 months, what does it mean? That it is compounded half yearly. It is compounded half yearly. So you'll have to be very careful with respect to n. So wherever you are writing the solution, write down this statement for your reference. Since money is getting deposited every 6 months, implies what? It is compounded half yearly. So this information can be given anywhere at any part of the question, fine? So you need to read the question carefully and try to get the information. Therefore, what is I? I is equal to R upon 200. When it is compounded half yearly, then it has to be R upon 200. So rate of interest is 6%. So it's 6 upon 200, which is equal to 0.03. And what about N? N is equal to 2 times N. So it is 2 into 6, which is equal to 12 half years. So I have the value of N, I have the value of I, and as well as I have the value of A. How much money she is depositing at the regular interval? Periodic payment is nothing but rupees 1,500. So we'll go ahead by substituting the value. Therefore, maturity value is equal to what? I just need to substitute the values. Is equal to 1500. 1 plus I, that is 1 plus 0.03 to the power n, that is 12, minus 1 upon I, that is 0.03. So it's 1500, 1.03 to the power 12 minus 1 upon 0.03. What is this value? 1.03 to the power 12.
Sir, 14257.
1.42576.
1.4257. Is this fine? Rounding off to 4 decimal places, I am taking, so it's upon 0.03, which is equal to 1500 into 0.4257 upon 0.03. So what is the maturity value? Finally answer. So I'm getting the answer as rupees 21288. So I'm writing approximately equal to rupees 21288. Is this fine? Therefore, what is the value of interest earned? Interest earned is nothing but, I had given the formula yesterday, maturity value minus n, that is small n, into A. How much money is getting deposited by her? So maturity value is 21288 minus 1500 into 12. So how much am I getting the answer for this maturity value? 3288. This is clear for everyone?
8.
Sir.
No questions? Okay.
थोड़ा सा कलर आ रहा है तो ब्लर रहेगा मेरे ख्याल से ब्लैक चेंज कर रहा हूँ उन लोगों को दिख रहा है क्या अभी?
Okay, so can I move on to the next question? If you're done, so let's go ahead with the second question.
अभी clear दिख रहा है तुम लोगों को? अभी सबको दिख रहा है बराबर?
Okay. Next question is who?
जरा मैं थोड़ा पोजीशन चेंज करता हूँ.
Lokesh. Okay.
अभी दिख रहा है क्या बराबर?
Mr. Lokesh deposited SH.
थोड़ा लाइट का टाइम हो गया.
Deposited rupees 2000 at the end of each year for 2 years in a company and received rupees 4,200 as the accumulated value. Find the rate of compound interest. Fine. So this question is, what is given? Maturity value is given to us. The periodic payment is also given to us. Time period is also given to us. Rate is not given. Fine. So not to worry about the formula. First and foremost thing is we are going to write the formula. Fine. I feel I have got disconnected or what? Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The system had frozen. Fine. So what is the information given to us, by the way? What all informations are there with us? Maturity value is given? Yes, it is rupees 4,200. Periodic payment, which I write it as A, refer to this as C as well. Fine. So what is periodic payment? Periodic payment is rupees 2,000. What else?
Time.
It's given to us as 2 years.
2 years.
Fine. Okay. That else? Anything else is given? No. What is being asked? R is being asked. R is equal to what? In short, I is equal to R by 100. So what I'll do is, for this question, I can use R also as it is, or I can use I. It's basically, we're not going to change the format. We'll write I only. Fine. So even though they are asking rate of interest, so initially we'll start calculating with respect to I, and then at the end I'll convert I to R. Fine. Okay. So use the formula. Maturity value is equal to A bracket 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 upon I. Fine. Whatever values which are there with us, just need to substitute. So it's 4200 is equal to 2000 1 plus I to the power 2 minus 1 upon I. Yes, some of you have already got the answer. Adiv, you have got the right answer. Now this 2000 will happen what? It has to go into the denominator, because in the numerator it is getting multiplied. So it is 4200 upon 2000 is equal to 1 plus I to the power 2 minus 1 upon I. Fine. Now if I divide 4200 upon 2000, what do I get? I'll be getting the value as 2.1.
2.1.
So 2.1 is equal to, now the numerator part I'm talking. I'm talking about the numerator part. Fine. What do I have? It's a plus b the whole square. That is the formula that I'll have to use, because it's 1 plus I to the power, or 1 plus I the whole square. Fine. So what is the formula of a plus b the whole square?
A square plus 2ab plus b square.
Yes, it's a square plus 2ab plus b square. Great. So this is the same concept I'm going to use in this question as well. So when I'm expanding 1 plus I the whole square, so what do I get? I get 1 plus 2I plus I square, isn't it? Minus 1 upon I. So this minus 1 and 1 gets cancelled. I'm left with 2I plus I square upon I. Can I take I common from this? So if I'm taking I common from this, I'm getting 2 plus I upon I is equal to 2.1. Now this I and I also gets cancelled. So 2.1 is equal to 2 plus I. Therefore I is equal to 2.1 minus 2, which is equal to 0.1. Therefore I is equal to 0.1 into 100, which is equal to 10%. Is this clear with everyone? What I've done basically this part? Because when, so this is not I, this is R. I should be writing it as R. So R is equal to 0.1 into 100. That is 10%. Fine. Can I change the page?
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I have doubt. Sir, if interest is 10%, and interest for first year will be 200 rupees, right?
Okay.
Sir, then value should be more than 4,200. That is, it should be 4620.
I didn't get, see what it says, for how many years you are depositing.
2 years, sir.
Fine.
Yes.
So for first year, what is the rate of interest?
10%.
10%. So that will be how much?
200.
Okay. Next year?
10%.
Okay. See, what we'll do, I'll explain you with the concept of the GP formula. Fine.
Yes, sir.
And I'll do it afterwards because there are two questions which I need to complete it. So you can give me a call after the lecture, maybe in the evening. Fine.
Yes, sir.
So next question. Okay. Next question. So, Mansi. Deposits rupees 2,500 with 12% compound interest for 3 years. Find the final amount if payment is made at the end of each month. And second part, payment is made at the end of each quarter. Fine. So first question is compounded monthly because the payment is being made at the end of each month. So the moment I have the word each, it means it is a question of annuity. Otherwise, I could have simply said when the payment is made at the end of month or something like that. So this is the question of compounded monthly, isn't it? So what is I? I is equal to R upon 1200, which is equal to 0.01. And what is N? For how many years? It is for 3 years, isn't it? So it is 3 into 12, which is equal to 36. Compounded monthly. So I have to multiply the number of years with 12 to get it converted to number of months. Next, finally, accumulated value. Is equal to A, or you can write down future value, accumulated value, maturity value, everything is same. It's all the same thing. So why I'm using different terms in the different questions so that during the exams, if I'm asking you accumulated value, you should not get confused what is accumulated value. Sir, you had used future value or you had used maturity value. What is accumulated value? So that's the reason I'm using different terms in the different questions. Fine. The accumulated value is equal to A 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 upon I, which is A. What is periodic payment? Periodic payment, that is rupees 2,500. 1 plus 0.01 to the power 36 minus 1 upon 0.01. I'll be getting 1.4308, I guess. So when you are calculating, what you can do is you can calculate it up to 18 times. Don't go for up to 36, 37. calculate it up to 18 times, and the moment your calculator counter is reading as 19, again press into equal to. Again you have to press into equal to. So that will give you the answer as 36 times. Yes, Ashley, how much you are getting?
1.4307.
8. Rounding off 1.4308 I am taking. Fine. 1.4308 minus 1 upon 0.01. So this is 2500 into 0.4308 divided by 0.01. This implies that accumulated value is equal to how much? 2500 into, what is this value? 0.4308 upon 0.01?
43.08.
40?
3.08.
43.08. Okay, so final answer?
1,77,000.
Is it? Everyone getting the same answer?
107
107. So 1 lakh.
107,770.
1,07,700.
1,07,000. Someone said 1,77,000.
So I made that.
7,700, sir.
Is this correct?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
7,700.
107.
700.
077.
Okay. Is this fine?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So quickly we'll wind up with the second question as well. Okay. B part or second part. It is made at the end of each quarter. So it is compounded quarterly. So what is I? I is equal to R upon 400. Whenever it is compounded quarterly, it has to be divided by 400. So 12 upon 400, which is equal to 0.03. And what is the value of N? N is equal to 3 into 4, which is equal to 12. Therefore, accumulated value is equal to, the value of A remains same, 2500. 1 plus 0.03 to the power 12 minus 1 upon 0.03. Fine. So it's 2500. 1.03 to the power 12 minus 1 upon 0.03. How much is this value? 1.4258.
Yes, sir.
1.4257.
So I'm just going for rounding off with 4 decimal places. Therefore, accumulated value is how much? Final answer?
35483.33.
3.
0.25. 35483.33.
0.30, fine. Approximately value. So we have solved both the questions, fine. So next lecture we'll take few more variation into this, and then we'll be moving ahead with the sinking fund questions. The concept remains same, but in that case, what happens in sinking fund? The accumulated value is given and the periodic payment is asked. Those kind of questions, fine.